everyone, it's Gail. I'm here today to share a little custom order, and it's a little golden book, and so I will just show you the spine there with the buttons and the fabric and all. Um, these little I have two custom orders to share, actually, this one and another one, and they came after I did my big batch of little golden books. So this little golden book is an Eloise Wilkins, and the little golden book about God. It's closed with the hitch post fastener and some crinkled seam binding here. Let me make sure I'm in frame so that we can flip through. Okay, so there's some decorative paper here. Lots of coffee dyeing in this one. Here's a collage, fabric collage, and flip. This is for my friend Candi, and she loves vintage, so I tried to include as much vintage in here as I could. So I'm excited to show you this one because the pages in this are just beautiful. Okay, so I had a little stamp come through here, but I really liked kind of the ghosty effect of it, so I left that. And then there's the stamping on this side. The cute, I mean, how cute is that? Eloise Wilkins, she's just amazing. So, coffee dyeing, some more coffee dyeing. Here's a flip up here, and then let me get my sleeves undone. This is from a vintage children's book, and the pages are so nicely yellowed and everything, and I thought that was fun. This is a tally card. I think I got this from Kristen, and I just thought the colors were so pretty in here. And then a little vintage playing card in there. And there's the vintage children's music book in here too. Some Kool-Aid dyed paper. A little bit of stamping here and there. I got this awesome alphabet vintage book, and I used some pages in here. I had to washi tape the center just to give it some strength because it is old paper. It's nicely yellowed too. I love that. So I used some of my little strip with the banner on it for a belly band, and I put a V-mail envelope in here. And these are big, so there's lots of journaling space in one of these. Put that there. And I gave her one of my vintage postcards. Thought the red looked pretty there. Let's see, so middle of the signature, the Dick and Jane pocket, and in there I have a vintage flash card. I have a vintage ticket that I got with my recent Boston Bag Lady shop. Another playing card, and then a vintage little card here. So those go in there, and then I used pages from the Kiko vintage children's book to make envelopes, as I did in the batch that I had done for my Etsy store. And I made, this is just a little tag, coffee dyed, with one of the images from the Kiko book. So the other side, look at that sweet image. So cute. Then I have a flip here, and in this pocket I put a page from my 1960s charm book, and then one of my hairnet envelopes that actually has the hairnet in it. Candy, if you don't want the hairnet, I will not be offended if you throw that away. But the envelope's cool too. So, sweet pages. Some more stamping. And then this applique, I'm trying to think. I think I got this from Nickel Notions on Etsy, and so I just made a flip out of that. I thought that was so pretty. So that's the first signature. Second signature, we have a belly band here, and I've just put this little postcard, this little Betsy Brooks postcard. And then this is one of my little seed packets. They're made to look vintage. They are new though. And some more Kool-Aid dyed paper. Here's a flip with flip here with another one of those vintage children's book pages, and just a little tag to tie in the color, and a vintage word flashcard. Some stamping and this sweet little image. Look at that. Oh, love it. Then this belly band, I made a tag out of some of my snippet trim, and I just sewed it onto a coffee dyed file folder and put a little tab on it to make a tag, and that just slips right in there. This is actually double because you could put something under the lace if you wanted to too. Middle of the signature, it's just a little journaling card I had, and I put in a guest check that I had decoupaged some napkin on, and then just a little index card. Here's a black and white Kiko envelope attached on, so it can be moved around. That's so sweet. And then in this flip, we have another vintage postcard. So that's in there. And then this receipt is a vintage receipt that comes from a town outside, about 30 minutes from where I live. And this is a vintage prescription, and this is a little tablet made from leftover papers. Look at that sweet image. And that one. And then the back page here, I used some quilt, an old quilt, to make a pocket. I've adhered on one of my little bits and pieces fabric flips with a bulb pin, and then tucked in that pocket is another page from the charm book. And then this little vintage flyer, it's starting to fall apart a little bit, but look at that image on the back. Isn't that great? So yeah, so cute. So tucked that in there. And then one of the tags that I make that are embossed with napkin over, I'm actually going to do a tutorial on that here soon. So stay tuned for that. So that is the custom order for Candy. I hope she loves it. And I will just see you next time with another journal share. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. Bye-bye.